To my viewer at home and around the world, my goal in the coming up days, weeks, months for that matter, for the viewer not to overpay for property. In today's time, rates interest are very high and the seller keep asking for high prices. Money in your pocket. Do not be in a rush to buy a property. My job is to protect you so you don't overpay. Once you overpay for a property and you close on a property, that's it. The seller is gone. You're stuck with the property. There is no going back. Trust me on that from experience. There is no going back. Therefore, we will be hitting hard how to protect the audience and make sure they don't overpay. And if you'd like to learn more about real estate, not to protect yourself from overpaying on a property, please subscribe to my channel and press like. I'll be coming to you almost every day. So when you do expenses, you need to include the following: taxes, insurance, have contract services though.
So you're saying on different size deals, you're going to have different types of expenses.
Correct. For example, management. It's really not applicable because, again, it's only 10 units. You're not going to hire a manager for 10 units. That's a no-no. Do not hire a manager for 10 units. You need to manage it on your own and learn the business. I'm going to have a utility. I think those are the main thing. 50% expense ratio, it's a very safe number. What does it mean? It's a very conservative number. At 50%, you can't lose. So if your income was 114,
50% of that's 57,000.
Minus 57,000, your NOI is
57,000.
57,000. What is NOI? NOI is the net operating income after the expenses. This is your profit. If I was to pay for it in cash, let's say I buy the property, there is no mortgage, I should be able to get $57,000 a year income in my pocket.
Now, how do you raise that number? Because that's what dictates the value of the property.
So one thing about getting the property to increase, don't buy it because property are going up. I don't subscribe to it. It's a bonus. Appreciation is always going to be a bonus. I don't wait for appreciation. I don't buy it because property is going to appreciate. Absolutely, it's going to appreciate, but that should be a bonus. And you want to make sure that you have a game plan mistake, so property value will go up. And how do you do that? By functioning of raising the rent. If you are at $1,000 per unit, you want that number to go to $1,200 per month. $200 increase in rent per unit, it's a big number for the NOI, believe it or not.
Now what's the value of the property? Because you got to.
Let's talk about the value of the property and then let's talk about what the future value. 57,000. Today market, 5 cap is weak. I would look for 6 cap. 57 over 6.
$950,000.
That should be the price. Here's one major point. The price should be $950,000 for 10 units. That's about $95,000 a door. However, my friend Joey, I'm afraid to tell the audience, $95,000 a door does not exist now in South Florida. If you pay for this property, if the rent is $1,000 per unit, and you're paying $95,000 a door, you're in the money. What does it mean in the money? You're not going to lose. Property will appreciate, even if you don't want to, and you are going to raise rent. Provided you're in an area where you did your research, you did your camp, and you want to raise the rent. If you raise the rent by $200, you are making money.
How many places can you get $1,000 on average rent for 10 units? It's unlikely you're going to find that in the
You're not going to find it.
Where in the country you're going to find that?
Correct.
It's very rare, right? So let's go to a real deal. Let's see what's going on LoopNet.
By the way, LoopNet is a tool. The problem I have with LoopNet, those are the property that's not sold yet. They've been in the market too long, or seller want to sell them by owner, and usually they tend to be overpriced.
So yeah, which market would you want to look into for our deal analysis?
Let's take Orlando.
Orlando, Florida.
Yep.
Okay. So let's look at this unit there.
Yeah.
Found a 40-unit building.
Okay.
Right, they're asking $9,075,000.
So here we have something nice. Okay. How many units?
Actually, it says 55 units. I changed when I clicked on it. 55 units.
55 units.
$9,075,000, and they're saying they're selling at a 5.9 cap.
Orlando. So here's my question to you, Joey. The 5.9 cap based on today's number, today's expenses, or based on future expenses? When you underwrite a property for expenses, The income is income, there is no denial, numbers don't lie. Income is income. When it comes to underwriting a deal with existing cap rate, tax is going to go up and insurance is going to go up. Okay, 5.9 cap rate, we have 55 unit Orlando. What is the income, Joey?
$76,000, it seems, per month. So they're getting $914,000.
What's the expenses?
It's $64,000.
Okay, stop right here, Joey. I want to stop you and I want to tell the audience why. I have an income 915, correct?
Right.
Thank you very much. I'm going to circle this income, okay? I don't care what the expenses are by the owner. I'm going to assume it's 50%. I want to be conservative. I don't want to lose. Whatever the owner wants to present, that's his problem. Income, I'm going to believe the owner. And by the way, strongly recommend viewers to check for bank statements. So, many times seller will tell you, oh, I mingle it with other accounts, or I collect cash. Do not believe it. Run. Do not fall for it. We need to make sure money coming in, and this is based on past experience, okay? We need to make sure money coming in based on bank statements. And even then, you gotta make sure that was for that particular property. So 915, I'm going to take 50% expenses, okay?
And by the way, just to tell you what they put on their T12 here, they put gross expenses $321,000.
No way.
Which you don't believe.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. 50% expenses, that's a good number. They're at what, 30%?
They're at like 35%.
35%.
They're claiming 35%
expenses. Nonsense. No way you can run this property at 35%. At least 50%, 50. 915 income, which I'm gonna give the seller benefit of the doubt, it is 915. 50% of that income.
And by the way, this is built 1966 vintage.
Okay, the older, that's an older vintage. The older the property, the more deferred maintenance you're going to have. It's natural. It's like a car. Imagine you have a car for like 30, 40 years. You're going to have a lot of work done on that car. What's the income now? 500?
It's 530.
530. So the seller represents 530 NOI. And I'm going to demonstrate to this audience this NOI is wrong. It's not 530. It's much, much less. Seller using the insurance. Joey, what is the insurance number for the seller?
$88,000.
What taxes?
$10,000.
What about repair and maintenance?
$19,000.
Slash maintenance. How much?
They put $19K.
19K.
Again, they have a management fee, which I know you don't like using.
No, we can use management fee because it's a nice sizing.
This is 55 units. All right.
Correct.
This is bigger than the 10 units that we did before. So they had $35,000 for management. They have a salary, a payroll, $36,000, and then they have $14,000 landscaping, and then they have utilities of a little over $17,000.
It's about another $35,000. I got a question for you, okay?
Yeah.
Payroll. How much is payroll?
Payroll is $36,000.
Why? 55 units.
Correct.
So let me understand. That guy is making $1,000 a week, not even $500 a week. So I'm not smart, okay? $600 a week. The guy is going to collect rent and do repair for the property. Are you kidding me? It doesn't exist. There's no way. There's no way the payroll is $36,000.
You think it's too high?
Too small. There's nothing. There's no money. You need two people. One to collect leases.
What do you think it is on this?
And one to do the repair. I would say at least double, 75 to 80,000. Payroll should be at least 80,000. Okay. Insurance. Today insurance are 2,000 a door. How many units?
55.
Times 2,000. 10,000. Taxes. How much taxes? Based on if you're gonna buy the property based on today taxes or based on the purchase price.
So they actually wrote for year one, they put 126.
Well, let me ask you, Joe, you're a smart man. How is that going to help me to underwrite the deal based on current taxes? When I go to the closing and I'm going to have a new purchase price, the new purchase price is going to determine the taxes. State of Florida, I would take an average, 2% of the purchase price. What's the selling price?
This one they're asking 9.
Asking 9 for this one?
Yeah, 165 a door.
Okay, good. $9 million times.
Yeah, that's 180K.
180K. 180K.
That's 70K more than what they.
Correct, for new taxes. However, if you pay it on time, you do get a little discount, 2%. I will call it 165. So we have payroll, insurance, we have taxes. So far, how much is so far? 355. 7%, 321. I didn't even finish my expenses.
Yeah,
I'm already at 355.
Right.
So you know what? I'm gonna take a industry standard, 50% of the income. 870,000 is the no income, okay? We're gonna take from this 50%, 435. This property is 60s vintage. Interest rates are very high right now. They're not like it used to be. We're looking at a 8 to 9% interest rate for this property. I will take a 6 cap is a good deal. Is a fair market value. So we're gonna take 435.
Which is your NOI.
NOI divide by a 6 cap, 6%. Basically, it goes by percentage. You divide the net operating income by the determined cap rate that you want to buy. That's 7.25. That's a good price for the property. How many units?
That's 55 units.
55. How much per door?
132,000 a door.
132.
And they're asking 165.
They're asking 165. That's the price. And by the way, 132 door, a 6 cap, I don't want to say it's high, it's a market deal. It's not low and it's not high. It's just a market deal. Be ready to work the property. Meaning, am I going to have cash flow from this property? The answer is very simple. To pay for this property, 7.25, 132 door, so you can have cash flow, and be tight. Your repair and maintenance is very minimum. The 50% expenses does not include any additional renovation for the property. An example, the average rent over here, 1,385. 1385 per month is very weak, and I have to assume that whoever buying it is doing their homework, and they're going to be higher camp. Maybe you can push rent for $1,700 a month. I'm assuming this price, the 132 price per door, does not include capex. What does that mean? You might have to allow another $10,000 a door, $500,000, maybe more.
And capex, what is that? What is capex?
Capex, you want to go in, do new kitchens, new flooring. A person cannot just go into a property and, hey, you know what, let me raise rent. It lease expire, the guy's paying what, $1,300, $1,400, I'm going to get somebody new for $1,700. Unless there is a value that the landlord put into the property, there's no way you're going to get a rent. It's going to be very tough. You're going to have an empty building very fast. What's the market rate?
By 55. They're saying their market rent is $1,600.
Okay, so the landlord's telling you the market rate is $1,600. Okay. This is a mistake what everybody's doing. And I want you guys not to do it. What is the mistake? I want to jump from $1,385 to $1,600 and I'm going to use the cash flow to do the renovation. That is a no-no. You cannot do that. You need to have enough money in the budget. You need to set aside money after closing to do the renovation. Never use cash flow to do the renovation. If I teach you one thing today, I want you to understand. Do not use cash flow for renovation. I believe you can get it $1,600 providing you do your camp, but you can't get it best than let me just go put a slab of paint and to get more money. You will need enough money in escrow. So let's do that exercise, okay? So let's say I'm paying 7.25. Now you're going to put money for capex to the renovation. I assume it doesn't have major deferred interest. I'm not going to include a new roof. I'm going to assume the roof is in good condition. I'm just going to add capex renovation for the units. For example, new kitchen, new flooring, new appliances, stuff like that. We're gonna take it $12,000 a door, okay? Times 55, $660. Call it $700,000. We are going to set aside $700,000 for the renovation. Now we're gonna we're paying 7.25. And by the way, I'm asking prices
a little over 9, yeah.
Little over 9. Seller is not going down anytime soon for 7.25. But let's say it did. So now you're gonna pay 7.25. You're gonna put in escrow another 700,000. We're gonna run it off to 8 million, not including closing costs. When it's all said and done, the property worth mid-9. The $9 million, that's your selling price after the renovation.
So the seller's trying to get the after sale for that, the after repair value.
Because he wants me to work for free. So you're only in it for about I would say $8.5 million after it's all said and done. Okay, that's a $500,000 closing cost, both closing costs, buy and sell. And this property can get $9.5 million when it's finished. So you're making $1 million. And by the way, why there aren't too many stuff for sale in Orlando? Apartment buildings are a safe haven. Landlord hold on tight to them because keep appreciate every single year. Best investment in real estate is apartment building.
There's really only a handful.
Yeah,
right. You're right. There's only a handful.
Only a handful.
For sale. This one's 31 units.
Okay.
They're asking $4.4 million, which is $142 a door. And they're selling out 5.5 cap.
What is the income?
So their average rent is very low, $1,064.
I know for a fact you can get more money. Is it a studio or 2-bedroom?
These are mainly, so 30 of them are 2 bedrooms, 1 baths, and one of them is a studio.
2 bedroom, 1 bath. Average rent right now in Orlando should be pushing $49, $59.
So they're saying
$1,500.
So they put here that the average rent is $1,438.
I'm on the money.
You're on the money.
Okay. Almost $400. To get to that number, to get another $400 for this unit, or close to 400, the property is going to go after rehab. You need kitchens, you need flooring, you need new appliances, you need new lighting. You're not coming in and wait for this to be expired and let me get another $200 or $300. It's not happening. What is the income right now?
Current is $396,000, and then they have vacancy that they put of $27,000, and then their gross income is $380,000.
So the gross income is $380,000. What is the expenses?
So they got taxes at $42,000, insurance is $36,000,
Mm-hmm.
cleaning and maintenance is $10,000, repairs $18,000, utilities $83,000,
Right.
all
Just give me-
expense
yeah, what's
$37,000,
the-
and liability insurance $95,000.
What's the percentage?
The total is $137,000.
There's no way. 137 to operate the property.
That's what they're saying.
What's the NOI?
It's $243,000.
So you tell me this property has got 243 NOI. The 243 NOI, this number, I don't believe it because it's too weak. Very weak. Your income is 380. How about the income is very weak to begin with? How much are asking?
$4.4 million.
So I would take again 50% of the 380. We want to be safe. I want my audience to be safe. I want my viewer and my audience, when they buy a property, you may lose an opportunity. Probably will. You go to the next one or the next one, but you're going to be in a very conservative situation. What is the expenses now going to be?
Right, so they're saying that it was at 36. If you wanted to do 50%, $190,000.
My number is going to be 190 NOI, not 243. And a good cap rate for this deal will be 6 cap, 3.1. So this should go 3.1 million, 3.15. That's the true value of the property. In the coming days, in coming weeks, we are going to hit hard about having a true value of a property. We don't want the audience to overpay, and therefore they're going to get hurt.